Já bych tady chtěla uvítat našeho zahraničního hosta. Pan Dagen Ingem Fjerdem je ze společnosti z mediální agentury PHD, konkrétně z jejich norské pobočky, a přišel nám prezentovat něco o neuroplaningu. Takže já teď přejdu do angličtiny. So the first question, Dag, I have is, when you introduce the neuroplanning approach, which is quite sophisticated, it goes from the scientific background to, you know, all the way to advertising application. What's the client's reaction on that?
Well, some clients are very happy with it, and some were skeptic. Some were skeptic because they thought it was too intrusive into detecting how people react, and almost like you are, grabbing the brain and sort of influencing it.
It's almost scared.
Some were almost scared, but then again, when we explained that this is actually a very old topic, it goes all the way back to Plato and Aristotle and Descartes and Spinoza. It's all about how people process information and learnings about how what parts of the brain respond in what direction and by what the media situation. So when we demystified it, when it comes to sort of the historical content, then there was a lot more acceptance to it.
Because basically what we can say is that the question on how human mind works was always there. The only difference is that we have a machine that is able to tell us graphically.
Yeah, that's right. People have been the same for thousands of years. So now we have a machine that can prove that some of the theories that were developed many hundred years ago were actually right, and some of the ideas that were developed about human thoughts and cognition were wrong. So it's a machine that is working on history, actually. So, but the thing about that is unique for us is that we take that insights about how people process information into what does the context do with how you process information. Meaning, when you read a magazine, when you're outdoor, when you listen to a radio spot, how does the media channel influence the way the brain reacts to information? We take that and we add the third element about cost of media. I mean, one thing is that of course, when you're, for example, when you're in a cinema and you're about to watch a movie, you're very high, your attention is very high. So the advertising also is, of course, very, very, very high there. But the costs are quite significant due to the fact that you don't reach that many people. So you have to have the cost base into the formula, and then we come out with different approaches. And yeah, that's so. It's the model. Our sort of black box is very sophisticated because it can do these cost estimates on the neuroscience.
Because, you know, the way I understood that, it's what's great about it is actually brings the message together with the channel and the cost. So in a way, it's, you know, no longer the media channel is separated from the message and from the cost of it.
And the thing that is important is that a lot of media outlets, a lot of media channels has for a long time now tried to be everything for everyone that needs to advertise.
Okay, maybe because this is a Union of Publishers event, would you be able to maybe comment on how magazines should be, according to the conclusions of the neuroplanning, be presented? Or we know what's the strength of magazines?
Magazines are very unique, you know, because when you choose your magazine, it's part of your lifestyle. It's part of your sort of what you want to achieve in life, your deepest aspirations almost, or it's a community. You're sharing feelings, you're sharing and context with people that it's sort of thinking the same as you. Basically, that is the motivation of subscribing or buying magazines. It's very, very segmented. Now, that means that when you advertise, you are, you know, preaching to an audience that is already in tune with a message. So there's really I mean, you're greeted, you're accepted, you're sort of taken into the room, literally, as an advertiser. That means that the resistance, the skepticism that people have towards advertising is less in a magazine that is of sort of your really niche interests.
Yeah, excuse me. It's just, you know, I think this is quite interesting because that would be the planner's instinct, and then also it comes out from certain different type of researchers that actually the advertising in magazine has a great impact as well.
That's right, and of course the default would be that, okay, a category should only advertise in a magazine that is a niche magazine. For example, car magazine. You would think that, okay, only car advertisers should be there. But of course, that would be wrong, because one thing that we find is that contrasts are very important in order to get the attention of your audience. So if you are selling paint, you should absolutely go into a car magazine by saying that, okay, in order for you to get your car, maybe you should paint up the house, but you know, go along with the context and do something with the content. So there has been, I mean, publishers has for many years now tried to be everything for everyone that has a commercial message. In my opinion, my experience is that of course people read magazines and they are interested in everything, so you could advertise for everything. It doesn't test well with neuroscience research.
So what would you recommend is best then?
No, I think you should. There's no way to sort of challenge nature, meaning that people's brain are relatively stable, but you need to challenge people by sort of linking neurons, linking information that is nearby, that could go together. Meaning house paint and the car issue on some abstract level is linked together.
You have to find some narrative that actually connects that.
That's right. That's the right word. Everything people interpret, everything we decode is about narratives. I mean, we live our life according to narratives. I mean, if you're having a hard, tough day, you attach it to a narrative a bit about. First you have to suffer, and then you get the good results. That's how you get through the day. That's how we get through our life, thinking in narratives. So advertisers need to be a part of narratives, and magazines are a narrative.
Yeah, maybe that's a good way to round it up. So thank you very much for your contribution.
Thank you.